Breaking records. Coco Gauff sparks a new era for American women on the WTA Tour. The morning sun had barely risen over the coastal courts of Miami when the news broke. A headline so powerful, so symbolic, that it instantly sent shockwaves throughout the tennis world. Breaking records. Coco Gauff sparks a new era for American women on the WTA Tour. It wasn't just a ranking update. It wasn't just another milestone. It was a declaration, loud, fierce, and unmistakable. A new era had begun, and at its center stood one young woman, Coco Gauff. The moment everything changed. The WTA's updated records told a story that numbers alone couldn't capture. Coco Gauff, just 21 years old, had broken through barriers that once felt unshakable. Her title count was rising. Her ranking reached new heights. Her consistency unmatched. Her impact immeasurable. But it wasn't just about trophies, points, or statistics. It was about something deeper, something bigger, something history would remember. Because for the first time in nearly 2 decades, American women weren't just present on the WTA Tour. They were leading it. And that leadership began with Coco. Coco Gauff, the symbol of a new generation. Coco wasn't just winning matches. She was redefining what American tennis looked like. Her speed? Explosive. Her mental strength? World-class. Her maturity? Years ahead of her age. Her humility and grace? The heart of her identity. From hard courts to clay to grass, Coco adapted with the ease of a seasoned veteran. She played with emotion, but controlled power. She fought with intensity, but quiet intelligence. Coaches described her as the perfect modern player. Fans described her as the hope America had been waiting for. But to Coco, she was just herself, a girl with a dream and the fire to chase it. The U.S. Open victory that changed everything. The moment that ignited the new era didn't happen quietly. It happened under the lights of Arthur Ashe Stadium, before a roaring crowd, with millions watching worldwide. Coco Gauff's U.S. Open triumph wasn't just another win. It was an earthquake. It signaled a shift, a passing of the torch, a rebirth of American greatness in women's tennis. Serena and Venus Williams had dominated for decades. They had inspired generations. They had built an empire. And Coco Gauff? She was a next chapter, not a replacement, but a continuation of greatness. Her victory inspired young girls from Florida to California, from New York to Nevada, from suburbs to inner cities. Girls who saw themselves in Coco. Girls who believed again. Girls who realized, I can do that too. The ripple effect. How Coco lifted an entire nation. Coco's rise didn't happen in isolation. Her energy, her aura, spilled over into the entire American tennis landscape. Suddenly, everything changed. Practice courts filled with young American players. Local academies saw spikes in interest. Former athletes returned as coaches. Sponsors invested heavily. Media coverage intensified. And most importantly, American women on tour began rising too. Jessica Pegula's consistency surged. Madison Keys rediscovered her power. Danielle Collins unleashed her fierce competitiveness. Emma Navarro stunned analysts with strategic mastery. Alicia Parks smashed through with raw, molten strength. It wasn't coincidence. It wasn't luck. It was momentum. And Coco Gauff was the match that lit the flame. Veterans speak. Coco changed the culture. Tennis insiders revealed something even more profound. Coco didn't just inspire players. She changed practices. She trained harder than almost anyone. She studied matches like a chess master. She treated recovery like sacred ritual. She balanced discipline with joy. She approached pressure like a champion born for grand stages. One American veteran admitted, when Coco showed up, everything at practice shifted. The intensity, the purpose, the belief. Another added, she made us want to be better, not for rankings, but for America. Suddenly, the WTA Tour didn't feel like a competition among countries. It felt like a battlefield of legacies. And the American women were fighting together. Media storm, the narrative shifts. For years, the headlines around American tennis were cautious, hopeful, but uncertain. Promising talents emerging. Potential future stars. signs of resurgence. But now, the tone had changed completely. American Renaissance in women's tennis. Coco leads a charge. Team USA dominates the rankings. A new dynasty begins. This wasn't a resurgence. It was an uprising, a movement, a revolution. And at the heart of it, Coco Gauff. Not because she wanted the spotlight, but because she earned it. The global reactions, respect, fear, and admiration. From Europe to Asia to South America, players and coaches reacted to Coco's rise with awe. A top European coach said, "She is the most complete American player since Serena." A rising star from Asia whispered, "When Coco stands across the net, you feel her presence." A South American commentator marveled, "She plays with the wisdom of a veteran and the fire of youth." Opponents respected her. Fans adored her. Analysts studied her because they knew the tennis world had changed. Behind the scenes, how Coco balances greatness and pressure. While the world saw trophies and triumphs, few understood the discipline behind Coco's rise. Her days were packed. Sunrise training, high-intensity conditioning, strategy meetings, learning from losses, reviewing match tapes, speaking with mentors, staying grounded with family, protecting her mental health, mentoring younger players, engaging with community projects. She wasn't just a star. She was a leader, one who took responsibility seriously. Her mother once said, "Coco doesn't carry pressure. She carries purpose." And that purpose radiated through everything she touched. The new identity of American women's tennis. Before Coco, American women's tennis had stars, but not a unified force. Now, it had an identity, a personality, a mission, bold, young, fearless, fast, unapologetically competitive, and incredibly united. Coco wasn't just part of the movement. She was the movement. She made American tennis feel cool again, electric again, powerful again. Fans filled stadiums with American flags. Chants echoed through arenas. Commentators spoke with pride. Children wore Gauff 2024 shirts. A nation had found its spark. The turning point match that defined the era. It happened at the WTA finals. Coco faced the world number one. Under pressure, under expectation, under a global microscope. The match wasn't just about winning. It was about symbolizing America's rise. And Coco delivered. Forehand winners. Lightning defense. Explosive footwork. Clutch points under fire. The moment she sealed the victory, the arena erupted. Not because she won, but because she had become the face of a new generation. A symbol of what American women could do, would do, and will continue doing. Conclusion. The era Coco built. The headline wasn't hype. It wasn't exaggeration. It was truth. Breaking records. Coco Gauff sparks a new era for American women on the WTA Tour. Coco didn't just spark the era. She led it, shaped it, lifted it, and electrified it. From court to culture. From fans to future stars. From statistics to soul. A new empire had risen. A new chapter had begun. A new legacy was being written. And its first line read, "Powered by Coco Gauff." Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.